Morning, everybody. 8:36 on News Radio 94.9, 890 KDXU. It's time for the Jeremy Larkin St. George Real Estate Morning Drive. Jeremy, what's up, my friend?
I like the fact that you hesitated. You were going to say 8:35.
I did.
It was 8:36.
Had to play out one extra commercial. So
It's
we got
fun.
it.
It's fun.
We got it.
Hey, we're going to be talking. Listen, guys. Good morning. Jeremy Larkin here, host of the St. George Real Estate Morning Drive. Jesse Collins here.
Good morning.
Man, he's great. He's got his suit on. He has a suit and a white shirt and tie.
Mhm.
I teased him the other day that he looked like he was had to do a funeral just because it was so sharp. It was snappy sharp. I used to wear a suit most days. This is like a previous life. As a matter of fact, I always had 5 suits. Why? I don't know. I started getting suits, and then I just got to this point where it was like if I had 5 suits, I could rotate them. Not 5 days a week, but
Right.
between Sunday meetings and work, it was like I liked wearing a suit every day.
She had like black, blue, gray, brown, and some kind of pinstripe thing.
Not quite that exact, but probably in that realm. Yeah. I've had a few that I really loved, and I was sad when I wore through pants.
Yeah.
There's an old saying that if you want to up your game, you've got to up all of your game, which is the suit.
Oh man, I like that.
I got big goals in the next 90 days, so I've
The
got
guy is
to
serious.
up my game.
Which, by the way, just so you all know, he does have big goals. As a matter of fact, we have big goals as a company over the next 90 days. We're having some fun. We're involved in a little competition down at our, I'm Jeremy Larkin, host of the St. George Real Estate Morning Drive. The Larkin Group, real estate's kind of confusing to the way that the organization works to the public doesn't make sense because the Larkin Group is how people know us, Andy, but we're under this umbrella of Keller Williams Realty. So Keller is a brokerage, and brokerages are people like Keller Williams or Remax or Century 21 or these big companies. So we have to operate under a brokerage umbrella. What we decided quite some time ago, and I guess we could always change our minds, but for us, because people always ask us, well, why don't you just start your own, right? But what folks don't realize is the firepower and leverage that Keller Williams has 140,000 agents across North America and now like the world. So to walk away from that because we really just want to beat our chests and say that the brand is all ours. I mean, right? It's not great for our clients at this point. We feel like the leverage that we get in terms of marketing our clients' homes is just way better with Keller behind us. We have access to their entire system, their entire network. So, that's kind of how our world works. People always want to know, well, how in the world does your world work? So we're in this competition with Keller, and the goal is to find 90 new families that we can serve in this fourth quarter. It's a lot. Like it doesn't have any. There's no what's the word here? There's no measuring stick or perspective for people who aren't in the business. 90 is a lot of people. Yeah, it's a ton.
That's one family every day for 90 days.
Yeah, so it's incredible, and this is how people buy, sell, or invest in real estate. But what we learned a long time ago is starting with people who need to sell. You kind of everything proliferates from there. And so, hey, all right. Good morning to everybody. We're gonna have some fun. And Jesse's dressed sharp. He's a sharp dressed man.
Thank you.
There's a song about that, isn't there?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was written about me.
Yeah, was it?
Of course.
There was quite a few. Jesse's girl.
Even before I was born. It was
Yeah, Jesse's girl. There's quite a number that were written about you. Jesse, what would you do if the city accidentally approved the construction of a huge, ugly, metal industrial building right over your back wall? We're going to talk about that today.
Man, I don't even know what I would do. Probably have a heart attack first.
Andy, what do you think about that headline?
Didn't that happen up north?
Just happened.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just
I would not be happy. I'd be at the city council meeting making some noise.
Yeah, they're not happy either. And they've got quite a little thing. We're going to talk about it. It's going to be a fun topic today. Is what would you do, right? What would you do if the city, I'm just going to repeat that, St. George City, Washington City, Santa Clara City, Ivan City, Hurricane, La Virgin, Tokerville, La Tokerville, La Virgin, oh wait, that's just La Virgin, right? If one of those cities, if you're listening this morning, if you showed up one day and you just came home from work, you're just minding your own business, or maybe the golf course or whatever it is you do in the afternoon, and there behind you, when I say in your backyard, I mean like 25 feet behind your house, like 25 feet over the fence. A big, giant steel structure was going up. Oh man, wow. We're gonna have some fun with this.
Well, and I have a differing opinion, because very few people want to get involved in politics or serving, but those are the kinds of things that happen when we don't.
Yeah.
And if we haven't been involved, do we really have a right to complain?
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Like I always said, if I don't vote, then I better just shut up about what I think.
Yeah, people love, but boy, social media is such a fun platform for us to all have an opinion. Jesse, tell us about our basket brigade as we continue our march to feed probably about 200 families this
200,
Thanksgiving.
okay, so the Basket Brigade, if you have not heard about it before, it's a nonprofit. We get together every Saturday before Thanksgiving and deliver Thanksgiving fixings, because obviously we can't deliver a turkey. But everything needed for a Thanksgiving dinner, we put it in a basket and we deliver it to nominated families. So the miracle of that is it's us reaching out in our own local community and showing each other love. So if you know of any family that could use a Thanksgiving dinner this year or just some care, please reach out to the Basket Brigade or the Larkin group.
Yeah, so
we'll put several links
we'll give
in
them, we'll give them specific information. StGeorgeBasketBrigade.org.
But it's one of the best charities I've ever been involved with.
Yeah, let me, this is kind of fun. So I think this is 9th year in St. George, 10th year. If it's the 10th,
sure.
I hate to blow the 10th anniversary, probably don't want to do something. I need to find out.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our 3rd year running this. All these families, how do we get these families, Jesse? How do we find the people that we deliver Thanksgiving to?
So they are actually all nominated by somebody in the community, whether that be the neighbor, family, schoolmate, teacher, your teacher.
Yeah. So let me read these. This be kind of fun if I shared description of the actual nominees.
Okay.
Names will be what help. This is our first 19 nominations. We're going to go to 200 families. So the first thing we'll ask for this morning is if you know a family who's got a hardship, and I'm going to describe to you, because people go, what's a hardship, right? We want you to nominate them at StGeorgeBasketBrigade.org. If you'd like to feed a family, it's about $50 to feed a family. And you can do that at StGeorgeBasketBrigade.org. And we have a PayPal link there. And it's all done through PayPal. You can use a credit card, you can use your PayPal account, you can use, PayPal, you do whatever you want. You can donate $5, but $50 feeds, literally Andy delivers a basket wrapped up beautifully, an actual laundry basket. It's fun because they can keep the laundry basket to do something with. And local families deliver these. I'm just going to read through these. Hardships, recent medical bills from a car accident, rent is high for the living area. Don't you know? Next one, single mom trying her best. This is the description that they've given us in the nomination. Health issues, lost wages, financial burdens. This is a great one. This person is an elderly woman with no family and very little friends, has very little money even for basic needs. They said, I want to nominate her because she is struggling, and I want to get her. I gotta scroll. I don't see it. Some relief, something here. I don't know why I can't read that. I will fix the form. This gal is recovering from an addiction. Husband lost his job, and fortunately they don't have what they need. Single mom trying to make ends meet on a meager salary, just found out needs to go in for some testing for some medical problems, and on and on and on. So these are living paycheck to paycheck. Like, these are real issues.
They are.
Right? Here's a question. In the last 24 hours, did you, just anyone listening, this is rhetorical. In the last 24 hours, did you walk into a gas station, a Maverick, Smith's, Harmon's, Albertsons, a fast food restaurant, and just buy something? Last 24 hours. Yeah, I did. Yeah, at least 3 times for me, right? Right. You just didn't even think about it. I want a drink. I need a drink. You know what, honey? We gotta get some milk, right? But these, right?
There's some people that can't do that.
They can't do that, and so So anyway, we hope you'll visit stgeorgebasketbrigade.org. It'll be fun, isn't it?
It is. It's one of my favorite things. The other one is Santa. I love playing Santa.
I love saying, hey, this guy's the best Santa I know. There you go. So check it out. Let's shift gears. Well, that was warm and it was fuzzy. And if you're watching Facebook Live, we're on facebook.com/Jeremy Larkin. This is fun. And one of the things we haven't done, Andy, is we haven't told people to pick up the phone and call this station. People can actually call the studio, 673-5890, while we're on the air.
That would be fun.
And offer an opinion. So here's what happens, okay? Let's read the headline to them. And it reads as follows. Residents upset after Mill Creek approves building in error. What would you do if you bought a house with for views of the Wasatch Mountains or sunsets along the Ochre Mountains only to have it blocked by a new structure? Or Red Cliffs, or Red Mountain, or Pine Valley Mountain, or whatever it is, okay? This is crazy. So I watched this on the news the other night. This guy gets home. He's living in this kind of cool, it's Mill Creek. The homes are, a lot of them are older homes. Gets home one day and he looks out, and right there in the skyline, and you're gonna wanna see the link. We linked this on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Jeremy Larkin. He sees the skeleton going up. It's that red steel that you see going behind the frame. He's like, oh, what on earth? And the next day, all of the steel sheeting went up. It's not corrugated, but it's got texture to it. And that was that. And he told this story. It was so fascinating. This guy was really cool too. He wasn't like, he's bleep. You could see he was just hurt. He said, I came here X number of years ago and we looked for homes all over the place. And then when we got here with a realtor, we walked out in the back patio and he had this view of Mount Olympus. He said, oh man, the alpenglow every evening and in the morning. And he's like, I walked out and I said, this is it. This is our home. And so it's interesting because it didn't kind of obstruct. It's like he's on his patio and he just is looking at a metal building like, I would have guesstimate, 75 feet from his patio, just straight up. You know what I mean?
The view is gone.
Yeah, well, and
sure.
What's crazy is it's not only is that element that made living there so great gone, now it's doubled, right? Because now you're also looking at someone's big, ugly industrial building. And gang, I want to give this perspective because if you don't look at the article, you won't appreciate it. If you don't watch the video, you won't appreciate it. This isn't like, I'm gonna try and think of an example. I live on Four Master Ridge. This is great. I don't live on Four Master Ridge. And you looked off the back and they decided to build some storage units down below you,
Right. This is like
1,500 yards down the mountain below you, right? No obstruction of view. Because people complain about that, don't they, Jesse?
they do.
Don't people complain that like there's a freeway nearby that they can see, there's industrial building, there's power lines they can see. People
Busy
complain.
road, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. So what do you do? What would folks do if you woke up and City of St. George pulled this one? Which, by the way, City of St. George never pulled anything like this.
Here's the question.
Well,
Say, what do you do? What can you do?
Yeah. Let me read what.
Let's back up for a second though, because you say pulled this one. Now, granted, this may or may not have been an accident, but if you're gonna buy a home and there's land behind or in front of you, there is never a guarantee what's gonna happen with that land, ever. Even if it's BLM. Right? Like, we've seen BLM land turn into private ownership
Yeah,
and
they'll trade
built
out,
on
yeah.
it. So, there's never a guarantee that you will have that forever.
So here's what's interesting. He brings up always the devil's advocate. This guy. Here's the crazy part. So what you'll see when you watch this thing, for our listeners, is he makes a great point, but it wasn't on empty land. It was literally the back of an existing parcel, like fences around all these yards.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy is on one side of the block, and then around the other side of the block are some commercial. And the funny part is this is where it gets, of course, painful. The property that built the building, Dewey's Bail Bonds, not surprising. Dewey's Bail Bonds lies on commercial and mixed-use land, creating a unique problem. The owners said they were inspected several times and were approved by the city to get the building done. The structure cost over $200,000. Yeah, you think Dewey's Bail Bonds is popular right now in that Mill Creek neighborhood? So what happened is literally it was an
And attract
existing,
some great people.
yeah, right, it was an existing, it was done, there was no vacant land. So should I tell you what the city said?
Yeah, it said something to the effect of we screwed up.
Uh-huh. We were notified about the building, we re-examined, I'm just skipping to the bottom. We re-examined the permit, discovered deficiencies in the applicant's submittal. Some information was missing. Blah, 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 blah. I'll also express here what I told residents in a meeting a couple weeks ago. I did everything I could in my limited power to get that building moved or changed significantly, but at the end, we had to lift the stop work order and let the project proceed as it was presented in the plans because we were legally required to. You know, I mean, they've said really clearly they can't take it down. So you can't make them take it down. But I don't know. So Jesse, what's the bigger problem? First, they lost their view and their lifestyle,
Well,
but what is the bigger
The
problem?
bigger problem is they'll lose some value.
A lot of
Yeah, they definitely will, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
You're just, it is what it is. So really what you can do is come to reality with the situation you're in.
Right?
If you do that first, you'll save yourself a lot of headache, whatever you decide to do in the future. Can't tell you how many times